Hello, I'm the Late Night Stitcher. I'm Chrissy, and I believe this is my fourth Flosstube here on YouTube. Thank you for my new subscribers, for my current subscribers, and yeah, let's dig in. So I think I'm going to start doing like every other week, or every other week of filming, because I don't get enough done in a week to do a 30-minute video or a 45-minute video or so. So I think I'm gonna just do every 2 weeks, and if I have extras, I can put it in those between weeks and just go from there. How's it going so far? Well, we've been very busy. We did we painted the hut downstairs. I got my crafting room stitched. It's not beige anymore. It's like a very light gray, which is like the base coat. We got gray in the dining room, in the downstairs bathroom. And then that wall is a currant berry, which is very dark purple. It's really pretty. And then since I got the Cricut, I'm going to Cricut Hitchhiking Ghosts and put them in the wall, on the wall, and then on Etsy. It's a dangerous place to be, people. I'm gonna do, I found a Miss Leota from the Haunted Mansion. I'm gonna put that above my door. Then I found those, if anyone has been at the Haunted Mansion, they know the wallpaper of the Foolish Mortals. I even have a cross stitch of them, of that, which is also going to be on that wall. But I'm going to Cricut those and put those, well, put like the vinyl then on the wall. So I'm going to be doing a lot of Cricutting in my near future. Right now, I still have to figure out how I want to reorganize everything and stand everything, and yeah, it's a little cluttered from moving everything from one wall to the other, from back, and you know, all that stuff. So what I'm going to be talking about in this video is you know, what I've been working on, what I haven't been working on, yeah, and life update. So painting was one of them. Then my youngest, he can ride his bike without his training wheels now. That's very exciting. First try, he did not fall. First try, I held his handlebars and off he went. He was ready. Oh my gosh, and he was so happy. We were all happy. He went so quick. I'm like, oh my goodness. And my husband totally, like, yeah. That's how quick it went. So, and then summer school started. Finally, I guess. I made all three of my kids do summer school. I know, horrible mom, but what else they have to do? I mean, Virginia is finally in their phase 3, but trusting to go to a theater or to go on an overcrowded beach or, you know, stuff like that, I don't trust that. We ride our bikes around our neighborhood. Then we have trails that we go biking or walking and stuff. I'd rather do that. And with summer school, it's all virtual. They don't have to go to the physical school. And since I do work, so it still works out of how that all works and stuff. What I've read, nothing. I knitted, absolutely nothing. I wanted to do more on the hitchhiker shawl, but nothing. I guess with the painting and everything and being summer, yeah, that went out of the window. Crocheted, absolutely nothing. Diamond painted, nothing. I really just did Flosstube. Well, it's a channel about Flosstube, so but I do like to show every, you know, now and then something else. But I wanted to show you guys what I had diamond painted like last year and what was hanging on my wall. And I love wine. I prefer white wines over red wines. There's something in red wines that just give me one hell of a headache. So I just prefer that. And I like a Moscato. Sometimes they can get too sweet for me. I drank, I'd like a semi-sweet wine. I'm not a dry wine drinker. Maybe occasionally when, I don't know, I guess you have to be in the mood. But I've got this diamond painting. Oops. I had put washi tape on it and just hung it on the on my wall. And I have the opposite of this one in the white wine. So I want to put those back on the wall, but definitely get a frame for it rather than this washi tape. But at the time that I really wanted to put it on the wall, and yeah, but it says wine a lot. So I love this. Can't wait to start my my white wine one and put that one on the wall, and look how that shimmers. So awesome. So really wanted to show that. And then whoever watched my video last week, 2 weeks ago, saw that I showed my cricketed butterflies, and then I briefly showed the frame projects I have done cross stitching wise. So since they're already off the wall and I haven't put them back, and I didn't put them back yet, I wanted to show what those actually were. So this one is Prairie Schooler. I can't remember the name of the Prairie Schooler, but it was like 9 of them. So I just picked out 4 and did that. And I didn't like the yellow that it was called for, so I did an orange. And these 4 were my favorites. So I really liked how I did that, and I just put it in a frame, and with some, I think this is construction paper I just put around it. So that one. Then I can't remember the designer of this one, but it's she's a Grand Old Flag. I think this was like one of my very first, because I think I'm like off up here, but it doesn't matter. It's for me. It's for my walls. And I found all these frames at Goodwill. It was like maybe 50 cents or so. So yeah, I got that. Then this is a Lizzie Kate's. I love this one. And I didn't use the call for colors either. I used like a green variegated and a purple variegated. It's like, why, yes, I can drive a stick. I got all that. And again, Goodwill frame. And they're relatively inexpensive. Then there's another Lizzie Kate. I really like that one too, but the O is off. It was supposed to be as big as these two, but I'm off one. But this was a car stitch, so it didn't really, like I said, it's for me. It's not going in any show. It's not gonna win a prize. It's all for me. And this is on a 14 count Aida. And then I think this was a Dimensions kit. I love pineapples. Fresh pineapples, I just eat them. I just love pineapples. So it's that one. I didn't iron it. This was the first time ever I tried a hoop. It was okay. I guess I liked the stretchiness of a hoop, or how firm it held the fabric. But I am enhanced stitcher. But yeah, yeah, I like this one too. And then this one is my absolute favorite. It's Hocus Pocus. I absolutely love this one. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is Clouds Factory, but I didn't take the actual tiny little figures. So there's another pattern on Etsy I bought. It's like round. I can't remember the seller, but it's a round pattern. It's Hocus Pocus and has all these little tiny things. And that's where I got these 3 from. So I just made it my own. And this is a 20 count Aida. Just white, because I really wanted these colors to pop. I didn't want that to be like coffee dyed or dark fabric or so. I just wanted all these to pop because it does hang on my wall. And I do want people to see what it says and not like, oh, what does that say? You know. So really love that one too. So those were the ones that I had on my wall. Then I did do a Facebook challenge. It's from 911 Stitchers Facebook group. The challenge was to put 500 stitches in one project throughout. I think we started Friday, and the deadline was like Monday or so. I didn't want to win anything. I just did it for fun because last year I participated in enchanting stitches or magical stitches or something like that with Harry Potter. Like I said, I'm not a very big Harry Potter person. I'm Marvel's DC, prefer Marvel's over DC, but I'm like more like action stuff. I do like fantasy, but anyways, I did participate in all that stuff last year, and then I don't know, I think it just became, oh, now I have to stitch for this, and it just became the same old. And I'm a person, I just crave the change in certain things, so I can't always do the same thing. So yeah, so anyways, that's the first challenge I actually participated this year in. So I was very happy because I actually did 500 stitches in Virtue, and I don't have it down here. I will, yeah, I don't know. It's, yeah. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'll go get it. Okay, hopefully that didn't take too long. So, sorry about that. I had to just, exercise upstairs to get Virtue. I stitched this at night in my bed. So, I'm absolutely loving how this is turning out. And let me get all these threads out of the way. Shouldn't be too new at this anymore, right? Now I need to look for a paper. Oh, my baby drew this. So this is Virtue so far. I absolutely love that. Oh my god, it looks so cool on camera. So the 500 stitches was, I completed this block. I believe I didn't have these or that, and then all that. It's like 500 stitches. I am absolutely in love with this. I gotta tell you guys, I love long dog samplers. I think I'm obsessed with long dog samplers. After Virtue, I want to get Wisdom. But oh my god, look at these colors. It's only DMC. It's so gorgeous. And I'm so proud of myself. Not one mistake yet. But now that I just said it, it's gonna happen. You know how that works. Yeah, so I got that done, and this lives in a bag by me. I have not sewed any more bags since then, but then, oh, and then there's this one sal, I'm like way behind, but there's this one sal, it's from Linen and Threads, I believe. It's a free sal, and I got some done on that I started. And this is how much it's on an 18 count Aida, and I'm doing this with sulky threads, and that's how much I got done. I wanted to do these small motifs in all the same light gray color, so I think that's what I'm gonna stay. But this is gonna be my color palette. I don't want to put like greens or reds or stuff like that in. I just want to keep it like that. And yes, this is duct tape on my frame. See. I couldn't figure out how it wouldn't stop working from, sliding and not getting tight enough and stuff. So I'm like, let's try some duct tape. So I put some duct tape on there, and I think the tightness of it and how the Q-snap works and stuff, It's not bad. I did start this in hand, but right here, I'm really close to the corner, so it's hard for me to hold that fabric because I like it. I like my fabric to be bunched in my hand. You know how you have this in your, it's a firmer grip, it's better gripped. So that's why I put it in a Q snap so I can hold it better. But I think it turned out pretty good for being sulky. I mean, and it's on Ada. Yeah, it's sulky threads on 18 count Ada. Yeah. So I'm really liking how that turned out. I know, way behind in that. Then, wait a minute, I gotta secure this. Got a needle floating around. Then, what else do I got? So, that was Virtue. That was the, like I said, first challenge I participated in this year. I don't know if I'm going to do more, but if I do, I'm definitely going to put that in my channel and maybe list it below in the description box. And yeah, so, yeah, so I'm going to just go ahead on the things that I've stitched on. So I did, let's do the 29th leap year sale. So on the 29th well, the leap year, February, 29th of February, I think it was Two Martini Stitcher and a couple of other ladies that put a sale together or a group together or hashtag together on Instagram, 29 leap day or leap year sale, and she decided to do from Long Dog Sampler I think it's cardinal points or so. So my leap year was Anzac. So I brought that one out and I completed that bird. I finished this. I finished all of that and finished this alligator right here. I finished all that. So that was my leap year sale. And I'm loving how this is turning out. I love stitching all this. My middle one can't wait for me to finish this shark. My youngest, he loves this turtle that is currently, like, you know, it's right here. But I actually, this is one of my favorite Long Dog samplers. And it's going, it's not going slow. I mean, it's going pretty nice. And I'm doing 28 Monaco 2/2 with the color DMC 995. So, yeah, I got that one. And then, oh, I do have Life After Death. I think I showed this one in my very first video. I have this one. I have all that stitched already on that one. And this is a 25 count easy grid or something like that. And just normal DMC. Love this one too. But right now I'm obsessed with Virtue and Anzac. And that also lives in a bag by me. Then next I worked on so like I mentioned, Long Dong Sampler put out a free pattern, and it's Pandemic, for free for I think the first 7 days, and to my understanding is she wanted it, it was already made, or she's already done, put the pattern together and all that, and she wanted to release it next year. Well, and she's already had it named Pandemic, so she released it this year, being very, you know, fitting in what's happening in the world. And so I think it was said she had about 50,000 downloads. That's a pretty penny. So anyway, I jumped on that bandwagon of Pandemic and downloaded that as well. So for anyone that is curious, this is Pandemic. And it's, I mean, it's a stitch count like Death by Cross Stitch. I mean, it's huge. But it's absolutely gorgeous. And for free, I mean, hell yeah. So I am stitching this one on 4200 from DMC. It's very, I have a white piece of paper right now. Oh, there you go. It's very pretty. It's, it reminds me of Fire, minus the pink. So what I don't know if I like it. I think I'm still gonna, I don't know if I want to keep it this way, if I want to restitch it. I'm not sure yet. But I wanted to do it inverted, which means instead of stitching, okay, I'm gonna fold this so you guys know. You guys are not gonna get too much of that. You would stitch all this black. Well, instead of that, I wanted to stitch the white. So I wanted to make it like inverted. So currently it looks like this. It looks pretty good. I just don't know if I'm going to keep it that way, or I think I'm just going to have to play with it to see how I like it. But that's my start on that. I think that looked pretty good. And I didn't have a piece of fabric big enough, or I did not have anybody that was selling a piece of fabric big enough, so I went to Michael's and got a huge roll of 18 count Aida, and that's what I'm using. And this is in a bag. So when I started quilting, this was like my practice. So this was a small kit. It had everything in it, and this is what it is. It's upside down, but it doesn't matter. And inside it's like a huge pineapple inside as well. So this is my hand in quilting, because I did like swirls, and this was my practice piece, and I didn't want to hang it on the wall, but I didn't want to, you know, throw it away because it was my very first piece. I mean, I did the binding, batting and all that. So I'm like, well, how can I utilize that? I'm like, you know what? I'll just make it into a bag and use it like that. Use it as a project bag. So the other thing I want to show, I call this the Cursed Project. I have started this project, I don't know, maybe 10 times. Different fabric, different count of fabric, different threads. I mean, it's insane. I started, because everything I picked, every fabric I picked, every thread I picked, every count I picked, it just did not work for me. I stitched a couple of stitches, maybe 100 or 200, and I just didn't like it. I just really didn't like it. It didn't call to me. I just really didn't like it. It was just one of those patterns. I want to stitch it, but I can't find, or I couldn't find, you know, the right fabric and the right threads, and just to something that would please me, because it is for me. I mean, I'm not doing it for anybody else. And I am not joking. I did this about 10 times. So I call it my Cursed Project. My husband does not have faith in me that it's going to stay the way I got it picked out. So it is Death by Cross Stitch. This is it here. So these are the colors I picked out. This is what I'm going with right now. Maybe in 2 weeks it's changed. I'm hoping not. But I got 3341. It's like, there you go. And then I got 221. I think that looks really good together. So there's my two colors. So the fabric, it's an 18 count Aida. I'm doing 2/1, 2 strands of thread over 1. And I dyed it gray. It's a pearl gray. I used oatmeal Aida, and I dyed it pearl gray. And I think it looks pretty damn good. I absolutely love that. So, okay, so I got cut off. I guess there's too much stuff on my phone, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to piece all that together and go from there. Anyways, it's an 18 count Aida. It's I dyed it. It's 18 count oatmeal Aida. I dyed it pearl gray with Rit dye in a mason jar. I didn't put hot water in it. I just rinsed the fabric, Put it in the mason jar, put water over it, put the dye over it. I didn't shake it, didn't do anything, just let it sit, rinsed it out, let it dry outside, and that's my fabric. Yep. So, to give you a better view, this is another piece I dyed. I mean, I didn't iron it or anything, but this is how it looks like, pretty much. When I mason jar dye it, it looks pretty good. I did that one, and then I have a tea dyed Monaco that I did that way, and this one turned out pretty awesome too. So that one looks like this. That light's too much, but yeah, that one looks like this. There you go. That looks better. There you go. I love this method. On this one, I did the pearl gray first, and then I took cold coffee and just, after I rinsed out the pearl gray, I covered it with water again, and I put cold coffee over it, and I just let it sit, and it did its thing. So that was Death by Cross Stitch, my cursed project. So let me get that back in here. And this also lives in a bag by me. So then, what else did I do? So I also did, I'm doing Christmas in July. I'm not doing like a set date or anything. But I do want to do Christmas in July. So the first ones that I started was from Lizzie Kate's. It's Christmas Rules. It's going to look like this when it's done. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna look like that when it's done. And I have no idea what kind of count. I think this is like I have no idea what kind of count this is, but it's big. So that's what I got. It's like it's a nice green, and that's what I got on that. I'm doing 2/2, and I love that. I'm just pulling what I have. I don't have any of her called fors. I'm doing stitching from stash. So, and I got this needle minder at Hobby Lobby. That's so cute. So yeah, I'm doing that stitch from stash. So I didn't buy any extra floss or anything for that, and you can't buy variegated in Michael's or Joann's. So I got that. And then the other Christmas project I worked on was my Christmas list by Silver Creek Sampler, which is, let me see, which is this one. So my plan is, I think this is like a gold or a brown or something like that. I like that blue, but I don't like that green or gray. I don't know what color that is. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not keeping it that way. My words are going to be different. I have a variegated blue I'm using, which it is, I can tell you real quick. It is Persian blue from, no wait, it's not Persian blue. It's Winter Sea from Color and Cotton. That's a variegated blue I'm using. And then just a basic B5200 white. So that's going to be my words. And this is how much I got. This is a 28 Lugana something something tea dyed by me. So that's what it looks like so far. I think that looks really good. Oh, more thread. Okay, there we go. So you got Christmas, and then up here it's like all, or a gift for all. That's what that's gonna be. So I'm gonna do white and variegated blue. Really like how that white pops on this one. So I want to stitch on that one a little bit more in July. I'm not going for a finish or anything, but I'm definitely going, I do want to put more stitches into it. I don't want that to be a never-ending project like all the other ones I have. So that's my Christmas list with Silver Creek samplers. Then the things that I purchased-ish, I got, I downloaded a Etsy pattern from, oh, come on, from, oh, there we go, cross-stitching with the Housewives. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Oh, wait. It is, it is this one. I'm going to show you real quick. It's the What's in My Cup Beach. I'm going to turn the brightness down on that. So that is it right here. I loved that one. There we go. So I got that one, and this is my progress so far on that. I don't have any of their called fors, and the greens and the yellow that I pooled are very, very close. This is Egg Yolk from Color and Cotton, and this is Seahorse from Color and Cotton. So I don't know if I'm going to go around and back stitch it, but all I have left to do is this the cup handle and the castle. And I dyed this, it's also 18 count Ada, but I dyed that like a dark gray. So I absolutely love how that looks. It's pretty good. So yep, that's by them. So that's definitely going to be a finish. So next time when I'm back, you guys will definitely see that one finished. Probably not fully finished because I don't know how I want to do that one, but yeah. And then another one I got, can't find the cover paper of this one, but it's the red, white, and blue from Country Cottage Needleworks. And I don't have all the colors for this one either, so I just picked what I have, and this is how much I got done. I got white. That's all I got. So this is gonna be my 4th of July stitch. I really like this one too. These are the colors I am using. I got Tusk for the white, Color and Cotton, then 321 for red, and 905 for green. Then I have, for the yellow spots in it, like the middles of the flowers, I got Lemongrass. For the blue, it's going to be Santa Cruz. Love that blue, it's beautiful. And then the brown is Swiss Chocolate. So I like those. Like I said, I'm pulling from stash. I don't have many fancy flosses. The ones I really have are Color and Cotton, and I don't have any brights yet. So I'm gonna have to either you know, order those, or yeah. But that's my progress on that. And then on Plum Street Samplers website, they gave you the 12 Days of Christmas as a complimentary chart. So I went and downloaded all of those. I'm just gonna flash the first one. Went and downloaded all of those, and I want to start it this month. And I'm not going to make it in one whole. I want to make it as ornaments for my Christmas tree. So I might stitch these on 18 count as well, or try my hand in a 36. I got 2 pieces of fabric. It's 36 count and a 40 count, so they're very small I want to see what I can do on that and how comfortable I am with those and stuff. But yeah, complimentary chart is going to definitely be a start. And then the other one I bought from Etsy is, it's also from Stitching with the Housewives. It's Jolly Saint Nick and Rudolph. I love this one too. And my youngest loves this one. He loves the baby Rudolph right there. He's so cute. So of course I don't have any flosses, so I'm gonna just pick my own as I go. But yeah, absolutely love him too. So that's what I also came. And then another thing I saw on Color and Cotton, I did place an order with them. So maybe I can show that in my next video. Is they have a, whoever didn't know that, because I didn't, they have a printable checklist of the flosses that you have, or the ones that you don't have, and the ones that you wish to purchase in the future. And they have, you know, to buy or in stash. And they've listed all of their colors on this chart, which that was pretty cool too. The other thing I wanted to mention is I did do buying. I placed an order with Color and Cotton. It's mostly just threads. 1, 2, 3 stitches, fabric, and a couple of patterns. And then I also put an order in with the Top Knot Stitcher. So I got some goodies next time I come and make a video. Then yeah, that's pretty much all I've done. I think that's pretty good for 2 weeks and painting and, you know, just life. The other thing I do want to mention is the ladies that I watch, or the Flosstubers that I watch Stitching in the Bluegrass, which he's a subscriber. Hi. Kansas City Girl in the Colorado World. I watched Stitching with the Housewives, Two Martini Stitcher, Rachel Ray, and Farm Girl. I watched in the last 2 weeks. I like caught up on a couple of episodes while I'm stitching, and yeah. So with that being said, I hope to you know, be more involved in the stitching community. I would love to meet people, if for now that's just virtually, or, you know, just through Messenger. So I don't have anybody that really stitches around here, so that would be really cool, just to hang out and chat and just, you know, be a stitchy friend that's nearby, even if it's just virtual, and can be like on the West Coast, because I'm on the East Coast, or in the South, or in the North, or, you know, or in the center. That would be cool too. But yeah, until the next time, which will be in probably 2 weeks, and I hope to show you guys stitchy stuff and what I bought and what I did. And until then, stay safe and keep stitching. Bye.